I think I'm live. I'm going to be doing something different today because I had a lot of fun last night during the live. I was lifting weights and it was fun. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to change it up today because I got off work a little bit early. So I thought I'm going to come home and I've been missing doing my treadmill. So I am going to do my treadmill. I've already kind of set it up. Um, oh, wait, I have to do this. What do I clip that to? I don't even remember. Okay, I haven't done this in a while, so I gotta figure it out. Start. Okay. There we go. But I'm not gonna run. All I'm gonna do is walk. But I gotta speed it up a bit. Okay. Well, we'll start at that. I haven't done this in a while, so but I need to keep doing it, right? And my arms yesterday, from the live yesterday, my arms are tired. Absolutely 100% tired. Like my deltoids from like lifting those things, these dumb little these things, right? And I'm not gonna do it right now because that that like made my arms really tired. But I thought, you know what? That's okay. It felt good. Maybe today will be a leg day. And I can run. I'm already slightly out of breath. So it's good. Let's see if I can read it while I'm doing it. I don't even know. I can sort of read it. I can sort of read it. Hi. I see people saying hi with emojis. Hi, how are you? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm having trouble reading names. I would have to stop to read names. Please, not for a second. Cultivo Rock, Summer Money. Oh, hi, hi, hi. How are you all? How are you all? Okay, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going now. I gotta figure out. I think I need to get a bigger screen. Um, because I am wearing my glasses. If I wasn't wearing my glasses, I can't see anything on the screen at all. So I I wear the glasses and I thought, but I guess I could try it because it's my phone. And I thought I would be able to read it from here, but clearly I need to get closer. Maybe I need to see if I can move the camera closer to me, but I'm not going to do that yet. I want to get in at least, uh, let's say 10 minutes, and then I'll see if I can move the camera closer, and then I'll slow down my walking. But I want to keep my pace up so that I can get my heart rate up because it's supposed to be a workout. It's supposed to be a workout. So for me, this is a workout. It is. I know for a lot of people, maybe it wouldn't be a workout, but for me, it is. So thank you. I see you. Well done on this. Thank you. Thank you. Are you Jamie Lee Curtis? No, I'm not Jamie Lee. See, I can almost read it. Darn. It's like I want to bring it closer. Mm. Oop, oh, see, oop, oop. I want to bring it closer, but keep the picture right. Oh, good grief. Okay. I don't want to goof around with that too much right now. Okay. Oh, hey, Cha Cha. Who says that? MHMD. Hey, MHMD. I thought I would do a treadmill today. I know it's totally different than what I usually do, but I I need to do it. I need to get my exercise. And sometimes lately I've had to make a decision between getting my exercise and doing my live stream where I'm just sitting on the couch, and I'm like, you know what? You guys know me well enough now. You're just gonna have to come along this journey with me and watch uh this woman do her treadmill, because that's part of life too. I don't just sit on the couch all day. I have to do this. I have to do it. I get a little out of breath. Tiger King. Hey, can you put your glasses on the end of your nose and read my messages out for a little bit will make my day. I'm going. There you go, my friend. There you go. But MHMD, I'm sick today. There's a fire in my chest. Oh no, MHMD, I'm so sorry. Oh shoot, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. I do. And I hope you are able to rest and recover from that because that sucks. Nothing worse than being sick. God, I hate being sick. And that's another reason why I wanna, I gotta keep doing this to try to stay strong, because we all get sick, but I think that if I stay strong as I get older, I'll be able to fight off things better. You never know, but I hope so. I hope so. I mean, well, what a super gen- genetic Apple Platinum player, turn around and run a little. I can't run, babe. There's no way. Elijah, what's that? Miles per hour on it. It says the speed. It's not very fast because I'm just walking, right? And it says 2.2. And I don't know, don't know what that means. I can increase it and slow it down. I can create an incline where I go up or make it flat. I'm just walking on flat. If I put it on like an incline, I'm already slightly out of breath. I think if I put it on an incline, I would be out of breath and wouldn't be able to talk. So, you know, I just I just thought I would do this uh just for fun, just to keep things interesting, just to keep things different for everyone, for me too. But it may not be that. It may not be something that anyone really gives a rat's arsenal about. Maybe they don't even care, but that's okay. I'm here. I'm going to continue to be here, whether it's interesting or not. Hi there. What do we got? Okay, gotta stop. Oh, so lots of emojis. Thank you. You're doing it. That's what it takes. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you, Elijah. John Rose. Hi, how are you? How are you? Good to see you, my friend. Ah, who is that? Oh, Tomcat. Hey, good evening, Tomcat. I can't read. Well, I'm trying to read. Well, I'm trying to get a little extra. And what I was saying a while ago is I sometimes have to choose when I get home from work if I'm gonna do a little walk on my treadmill, get my heart rate up, or if I'm gonna do live stream. Um, and I thought, well, let's try to combine them and try to make it work. But I think it might be, because there's a lot of people that just want to see me in a dress. I don't know. I don't know. But just sitting on my couch, I don't know if that's, oh gosh, it's beautiful though. I got this huge window right here, but I have the blinds closed on it, or else it would be blaring light on me, and that would be very hot. I do have a fan over here blowing on me, so I won't die of heat exhaustion. What's going on? Ah, I think you should exercise topless, Musali. Well, I don't think YouTube would allow me to do that. You beautifully, thank you. John Rose, love it. My love, I swear to God, you're pure. Thank you, Hoda. John Rose. I, 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 what am I supposed to do? I, this is an experiment, right? Does anyone care? Or it looks like people have like bailed out. They're like, oh, hell no. We don't want to watch this. This is crazy. But it's like, okay, you know, still gonna do it. I'm still here. I guess I don't care that much. So, and my life is that way. It's like, I don't care. I have to just keep trying to do what I'm trying to do and to combine everything. Sometimes it's messy, sometimes it doesn't look right, but uh, I'm still gonna do it, still gonna do it. And this is good for me. This is incredibly good for me. And I can't do this late at night, like after I do a live stream. I can't do this because it's too late. I'm on the second floor. I have a neighbor below me in the apartment below me, and I can only do this in the daytime. So, or else it would be, I think, horribly rude, right? Wouldn't it be rude? Wouldn't you hate it if you lived below me and it was like 10 o'clock at night and I'd be like, clunk, clunk, clunk. I know she hears it. I know she does. I mean, I hear her snoring. I hear the lady below me snoring at night. That's how that's how thin the walls are. This old building. And I have lived here for almost 8 years, and there have been like 4 different tenants down there. And oh, the things I've heard. There was one guy, he was a musician, and it was fantastic. He had like a bunch of guitars and basses, and he played a bunch of them. The current lady, she apparently has a bunch of friends, and they love to do karaoke. And so on the weekends, I think it's usually like Sunday, she invites her friends over and they hang out, and then they sing karaoke. And it's loud as can be. It's like great fun, have a good time. They're usually done by, I don't know, 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. And that's fun. It's like let her have fun. It's better than the last guy that lived there. Oh good God. He was a mental case. He would like every time I even walked across the floor. And mind you, I don't play instruments. I don't have a dog. I live alone, so it's not multiple people. But I would get home from work and I'd be gone all day, and I would just walk. I would step in the apartment, and he would immediately be with some kind of like a broom. He would be banging on the ceiling, which is my fault. And it's like, what the hell, dude? Calm down. I'm walking up across the floor. It's an old building. Yes, it will squeak. And the creepiest thing is like this is only 3 rooms. I've got a living room, which includes this kitchen. And then there's a bedroom and a bathroom. Is I walk in, and that's the front door right there. I would walk in, and it'd be like boom, right under my feet because you can feel it, like you feel it vibrating. And then I would walk over to go into the bedroom. Like after work, I would go in there and change clothes, and it would be like boom, boom in the bedroom. He would be in, he would, because we have the same floor plan, like his apartment belonged to the guy before the current person. And he'd be in there like bang and bang and bang. It's like, are you kidding me? You crazy person. You crazy. He finally messed around too much. Yeah, he picked on the women that lived next to him. I was above him. There's another woman that lived to one side of him. And he used to always bang on her wall. And then he finally, I was so grateful. On the other side of him was this dude who was a very alpha, macho dude. And the cuckoo head down below me, started messing with the alpha guy. The alpha guy went off on him, reported him to management, and then we all got to report our stories of this creepy guy. Oh, and he chased me down to where my car is parked one day and was yelling at me like, quit trying to. Oh, it was madness. Anyways, that's like apartment life, right? And that's for the people. Oh, wait, who's here? 2800. Right on point. Hey, 2800. How you doing? Quick break. John Rose. Hey. Elijah, you look so young for a girl. Elijah. John Rose, that's great. Well, if you've ever lived in an apartment that's, you're gonna have crazy like co-tenants, right? People that live around you and all that stuff. So I guess you just get used to it. Maybe, maybe I don't. I don't like it. But so he finally, well, after management, I guess they sent like a nasty letter, like you need to cease and desist, like messing with your neighbors. He was banging on the alpha male. And I only say that because the alpha male was the only one that actually scared him because he was kind of this big, younger, bulky guy. And the dude below me was old. He was like my age, maybe older. He looked older, but he might have been younger. He was a weenie. He was a weenie. And he picked on the women. He picked on the man. Ah, gender, gender. I tell you, it's a thing. It's okay, but it is a thing. It's 100% a thing, you know. Okay, so we still got like a little more time. I'm not stopping until I do my full thing here. So that apologize if it's boring, but afterwards, what? I can either put on a dress and sit down. But see, is that boring? You tell me. You tell me. I don't know. I haven't been really. Can I do anything? Hello, Chew. How was your day? 2800. My day was good. Thank you. Actually, my day was kind of, it was kind of medium. Um, went to work. Uh, it was kind of a quiet day, so that's fine. I got off a little bit earlier than usual, but it's a Tuesday, so it was kind of typical. Um, and then I thought I would come home and instead of just skipping doing my treadmill, I thought, well, you guys are just gonna have to suffer through it with me. Stay in that outfit. You look awesome. Thank you. David. Hey, sweet. How you doing? We're making a movie. Oh, come on now. I'm hypnotized. You like, at least I'm a little bit out of breath, but um, you know, just trying to get my exercise. And so David's here. So what I was explaining is that I sometimes have to decide between getting my treadmill in and doing a live um, because I can't do the treadmill late at night because I live in an apartment and someone lives below me. So um, I wanted to do it and I have to do it while it's still light out. It's still daytime where I know it's making noise and but you can't be too upset because it's daytime. And she's the dog that barks if she leaves the dog home alone. So that, I have to deal with that. Very pretty out. Uh, no, actually, I take that back. It seems the clouds have come in. Do you guys want to see? Want to see the clouds? Breathe your nose, exhale through your mouth. I know, but walks without a bra. No, I do have a bra on. Yeah. Oh, please. No, I'm not going to. Maybe a rowing machine would be quieter. Yeah, I don't have the room for that. If you can see, this is like, and this thing folds up. Actually, the floorboard of this thing, careful, get too far to the end there. Um, this thing, when I'm not using it, it folds up. And that's the only reason I can kind of use it in here is because if it was always laying out on the floor like this, I have very little room. You see, there's my door. Come in, just like walking through here. I can walk behind the couch to get in the kitchen, but I don't have a lot of room. So I don't have room for any other kind of machine. I don't have a garage. I don't have a yard. I don't. Um, but thank you for that suggestion, David. Hot out. Yeah, 2800. Oh my heart. Come and stand up. I am standing up. Careful, your apartment complex doesn't have a gym. No, no. Um, I live in a very old apartment building, and that's because it's affordable. There are a lot of apartment buildings that they have built in San Diego they've got gyms and they've got pools and they've got jacuzzis and saunas and movie rooms. Seriously, like movie rooms. They have rooms where like office space. They have like where you can go plug in your computer and do like do your little workstation. It's like a hotel basically, But those places, like one bedroom, you're talking 4,000, 4,500 a month. It's like, no, 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 no. I am an actual San Diegan who like actually sweats and works and like has a job that I'm just a regular person. I'm not somebody who can afford, for $5,000 per head. Do you have a swimming pool? No. I call that the ocean. I do have a swimming pool called the Pacific Ocean. Do you at least have an elevator? No. This and this are my elevators. I go from where I park to that door, 2 flights of stairs. So no, there is zero fancy about this. This is like old school San Diego too. This is like in the 80s when I first got here from Los Angeles. And I mean, this would have been a fancy, a nice place. Well, for like a 20 or a 25-year-old or a 30-year-old that's single. Well, I just happen to be like twice that age. So I'm still, I'm fine. I'm fine. Really, really, really. That 4,500, that's two houses. That's thank you, David. So you walk with gym shoe. Am I walking with gym shoes? No, I am walking with sandals on. Um, Sometimes I do, but um, I'm just walking kind of casually today, and and it's pretty hot, so I didn't really want to put on socks and sneakers. It's probably not as good for my feet, but you know, is what it is. I'm still getting it still gets my heart rate up. Still makes me, you know, still feels good. I guess. I guess. That's too that's right, right. Well, and after I do this for like another 14 minutes, maybe, if by the way, I don't know if any of you were here last night when I was holding the weights and I was doing like these squat things like this. Oh, my booty. I mean, my arm, all the stuff I did with my arm yesterday, my arms felt fine today. No problem. I thought my arms would be tired. No, no, my arms were fine. But that squatting stuff, my booty. I was walking up the stairs coming home from work, which remind you, it's 2 flights, which is fine. I'm used to it. It's exercise, right? Um, but it was hurting this afternoon when I was coming back. Like, why does my butt hurt going up these stairs? I'm like, oh, must have been from those like squat things I was doing last night. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense. Uh, that makes sense, I guess. I can't explain it any other way. Wouldn't you run? Solling. Solling. Couldn't I run? My question to you is why? Why? Did you get sore from last night? Just my butt, big muscles right there inside the stomach. Yeah, the core muscles. The core muscles. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%. doing the like, because I was pulling the weights, right? These weights, right? I'm not gonna do them yet because I'm gonna do them a little while. But I had one in each hand, and I had my legs out, and I was doing kind of for an old lady squats, right? I was doing these squat things, and, and it felt fine at the time. But today, um, I didn't even notice it all day. I was fine. All day I was fine. It wasn't until the end of the day, maybe an hour ago, and I'm coming up the 2 flights of stairs to get back to my apartment. And I was like, ooh, ooh, ah, oh, ooh, that's a little door back there. So I thought about it. I'm like, what did I do? What? Because I kept thinking about all the arm stuff I was doing yesterday. And I thought, what did that have to do with my life? And then I remember just for a short little scoshy period of time, I did some squatty things. And that's how out of shape my butt is. That's how out of shape my butt is. So I want you to run so something bounces. Yeah, I know, but I'm old, so I love giving you a massage, my love. Well, there we go. David's deleted something. Timed out. Ah, oh my goodness. I love having you guys here to uh, so, to look after me because it's like I have to get real close like that too. At least while I'm doing this. And then I'll sit down. Well, I'll sit down, take a little breaky from this in like 10 more minutes, right? I have to I'm doing 40 minutes walking on the treadmill. It's just walking. I'm not, but I'm walking. It's like 40 minutes. Technically, for me, at this pace would be about 4,000 steps. It doesn't count steps, but uh if I hold on to these handles, it'll give me my blood pressure, I think. 129, 129. So my my blood pressure's up. I mean, it's got my heart pounding, and I feel it. I can, but it's hard. I don't want to just sit there and hold on to those things. I would need to raise the handles for that to be comfortable to do, but I can do it once in a while, just lean down on them, and because these metal strips are what put they take the like the heart rate or my blood pressure or something like that. So there's that. She can put the treadmill at incline. Yes, I can. It's nothing to do with bouncy. Yeah, okay. Uh 2800, thank you. You are my king, man. You should download that app that counts your steps. Fitbit. I used to have I used to have a one of those watches. And then you put the app on your phone. This was like 10 years ago. This was 2016 when the Fitbits were early on. And for like a year and a half, I was so into that. I was walking and walking and walking. There were days when I was walking 30,000 steps. And, and I got very into the competition of it because on the app, you get in these challenges with other people. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep going. And then, and then I realized that there were people that were cheating because they would suddenly in like an hour they would get like 20,000 steps. And these were not running people. These were people who were runners, right? and they were in there. It's like clearly, you get a lot more steps if you can run for an hour, right? Um, I I got over it. It was fun while I did it. That's absolutely 100% sure. It was really fun while I did it. And I made some friends, but I never talked to them again once it happened. The band on my Fitbit broke. They're plastic, and if they break, you can't. You can try to gorilla glue it together, but it really. I got a breath. Um, you can't really fix it. So I did wind up buying the first one I got was a Mother's Day present, the first one. And then when that one broke and I tried to gorilla glue it, didn't work, bought another one. And that one, worked for like 4 or 5 months, and then same thing happened. The band broke and you can't fix it. Well, you can go back on their app and for $75 buy new bands and stuff. And I'm like, you mean you're designing these things because the bands are going to keep breaking? So I don't know. Whole thing, I got a little turned off by it. Cha cha cha. Tommy Carter. On the stroll, yes, sir. Everybody wanted a Fitbit. I know. You know what? But it was really fun. Good to have you here, Tommy. Um, I'm trying to get a little trying to get a little exercise, right? So I figured, why not bring you people along with me? You may not love it, but I'm only gonna do it for about 15 more minutes, and then I would stop. But it became a thing where I was either choosing, am I gonna get my steps in today? Am I gonna try to get a little exercise, or am I gonna do a live? And I was starting to do the lives more and not do the exercise much. And I thought, well, why can't I combine them a little bit? I know this isn't what you totally signed up for, but it's still me. And I'm only going to do it for so long. And I appreciate you being here with me. It's a lot more fun to do it with other people, too. I'll say that. Because it's kind of boring by myself. I'm looking out because it's cloudy, but the sun's gonna go down. You guys want to see? See what it looks like? Hot 2800. Thank you. You look so good doing exercises, Freddie Sano. Thank you, Freddie. Joel, hey, how are you, Joel? Good to see you. I am just having a little exercise today, Joel. Um, I know I haven't done, I was just explaining to everyone, I've never done this on live. Um, but it kind of push came to pull where it was like a choice between getting my exercise and I'm just walking. Other than that person that said, you should be running. And I'm like, really? What are you doing? Are you running right now? Come on now, people. I'm a nice person. This is exercise. This is pretty good. So, but it came to be a thing between like, am I gonna get my walking in? Which I started doing this. I bought this silly little treadmill when the pandemic started because I used to walk around town. I just put on my sneakers and just go walk around town. But then we had to be locked in our homes, right? So I got this thing off the Zon, right? I hired somebody from TaskRabbit to put it together, which was done kind of mediocre ways. I wish I had had somebody better put it together because there are issues, but it's lasted this long. So actually, for the price, it's been a pretty good deal. I rested. Joel, I'm glad you did. You speak Spanish. Um, not really. Not really. Well, I know people who speak Spanish, but me personally, I mean, I understand a few phrases, and a few words, but I don't speak Spanish. I don't. So there we go. Yeah. Oh, we're getting close to maybe done. And then, because if I'm going to take a break here in like 2 minutes, I'm almost at my mark. And maybe you guys will be happier if I'm not doing this. It's like no one here. It's like no one here. They're like some old broad on a treadmill. That's boring. Yeah, I know it's boring, but I appreciate you guys for being here. I do, I do, I do. Ah, almost there. Okay. And do you guys want to see out the window or no? Nobody really said that they wanted to see out the window. Not that interesting because it is cloudy, but we do have a lot of palm trees. I don't think that would um dogs near show where I live. I don't think I've showed it before. I could do that. Okay, I think we're about done. Love it. Great. I've been doing I did okay, we're done. I did 40 minutes. Okay, hold on. Let me turn it on. Okay. And then what I'll do real quick. Let's see. I don't know if it's gonna be too bright to see. It's too bright to see outside. You guys want to see? Oh, stretch it. Wait, you know what I need to do is just take it out of the thing. There. I don't know. Wait, here we go. You know what? I've done this before. There we go. So that's my view. From where I live, there's the sun up top. I am clearly on the second floor. My window is clearly dirty, and that is looking towards the beach. See a few palm trees and that sort of thing. But so that's anyways, okay. Let's see if I'm gonna put this back in the little gripper thing if I can. Here we go. And then I'm gonna close that because even though the sun doesn't look hot, it's extremely hot. So I'm gonna see this folds up, and then what I will do is I'm gonna bring you down to the couch, okay? But so it's gonna be a little weird because I have to lift you, and it's okay, here we go. I am lifting 4 books and 3 laptops, and you are clamped on the middle laptop. Okay. Okay. There we go. That was a journey. Now we've been trapped getting a phone call, which I declined. Okay, hold on. I gotta move the fan towards me. And, oh, okay. Then we'll turn it, right? Is that better? Are we good? Are we good, guys? I'm done. I am done. Now I can see you better. Should I take my hair down? Yeah. Well, I gotta wait a little bit. Let me move the fan a little bit better. I know I can do better with the fan. Ugh. But I did 40 minutes on the treadmill. I'm kind of proud of myself. Gotta say, that's usually my goal. And I know that was probably boring for you, but ooh, 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 oh, no. Ah, I know. Is it boring? Should I put, I like, are you here? Okay. Do you count your steps each day? I use digital. You know, we were talking about user MU8. Hello, baby. Hi there. Um, do you count your I used to count my steps. I was a little while ago, I was talking about how I used to have a Fitbit, and I know if you like intentionally walk and like carry your phone with you, if you have an iPhone, I'm not sure about the Androids, but if you carry your phone with you, it will sort of count your steps. But when I had a Fitbit that I would wear on my arm, but I would go out intentionally like every day to like walk. And um, that was that was a lot of work. And it also took a lot of time, you know. It took a lot of time to do it. We're talking hours, like 2 or 3 hours a day of just walking around so you can get the 20,000 steps or something, right? And that just, it was too much, you know. I want to get the steps in, but, and then when I'm working, it's hard for me. It's hard. Here we go. Uh, mm, it's hard for me to wear the watch because when I work, I try not to wear anything because I'm on a keyboard all day. And anything can kind of get in the way. Some people, they can wear watches and jewelry and be on a keyboard all day and they're fine. Not me. I'm really better if I have nothing impeding my hands and my fingers. So I take no, I don't count my steps. I used to. Like 10 years ago, I used to. Look, I'm flying. Oh, that fan feels so good. That fan feels so good, right? So I'll take that off because I put my hair up so because it gets hot. It's darn it. I'm right next to that window with the sun coming through, and it does get hot. Good morning, Mohammed Sakleen. How are you? How are you? Get comfortable. I know. I am. I was just curious. No worries. I was already talking about that. I'm trying to stay fit. My daughter has been getting on my case that I should be doing more to strengthen my bone density at my age. It's like, okay, she's an occupational therapist. So she's like, okay, Mom, you need to do this. One of my daughters, anyways. I don't know. I can do this for a little while. I was just curious. Cultivo Rock, my love. Meters. Yes, meters. How many meters did I walk? I don't know. I walked for 40 minutes. So I think I elevated my heart rate for 40 minutes. I think. I don't know. It's not it's not a ton, but it's better than absolutely nothing. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's better than absolutely nothing. But maybe it's early for me to be doing what? Is it too early for me to be out here doing this? Is this just ridiculous? So what's going on with you guys? It's Tuesday, and what could I say about Tuesday? It's Taco Tuesday. I did not have tacos today. I would love to have tacos today. That would be really, really good. That's easy, right? I can do that. Tomorrow is hump day. If anyone is, humping, I don't know. I like your hair down, looking good, 2000. Thank you. Thank you. It's there. It's all there. I didn't know. See, in the last like week, maybe not a full week, but since last week I hadn't curled it, where it's really big and poofy. This is my regular, just this is how straight my hair is. It's like really, really, it's very straight. Yep. Tuesday's gone with the wind. Oh, Leonard Skinnerd, baby. Leonard Skinnerd, you can't throw that out there and think I won't pick up on that. Oh, yeah, and I did put up a short today from the Silver Strand Beach, and it was the ocean coming in. And what was the music I put on? I put, because I was grounding myself, you put your feet on the sand and the ocean flowing over you and then the wind on you. It's like fully grounding you. And so I put on Phil Collins In the Air Tonight, which I love. Movie star with the hair flowing. That's just a fan because I'm hot. It's because I'm hot. I'm not a movie star. I don't think quite honestly, I don't think I'd want to be a movie star. Who wants to be a movie star? That sounds like, oh, good grief. That sounds like a lot of work. A lot of work and like zero privacy. I've already thought about the fact that I'm on the internet with, five people watching me. And it's like, I am putting myself out there. What if somebody does something weird? Well, then they'll find out how freaking weird I am. I can punch you holding a 2-pound weight. That would hurt, probably. That would hurt pretty good. I think actually, if I'm going to hit somebody, I think I should be holding a weight. It's kind of like brass knuckles or something, right? That's good protection, I think. Do you watch Netflix? I used to. Um, I did for like 18 years. And then this last, uh, at the end of February, I canceled my Netflix because I had looked at it and realized I hadn't even watched Netflix in like 5 months, and they had increased it up to $18 a month. And I'm like, I haven't even opened that app in 5 months. Why am I paying for it? It's the same way I got rid of cable TV. So, what I did after 18 years, I was getting Netflix back when they would mail you the CDs, right? You'd have a queue of like 5 movies you wanted to watch, and they would send you it was really very convenient. But now it's all streaming, right? So they're making even more money for less effort on their part. Anyway, so it's up to $18. And I'm like, I haven't watched it in 5 months. So at the end of February, beginning of March, it was the end of February because my account would renew at the beginning of March. And I canceled it like 3 days before the end of this cycle so I wouldn't be billed for the new cycle. Because I'm like, you know what? I can always get it back, right? I can always get Netflix back. No problem. It's easy. But why should I? Right now, I'm not particularly watching it. So why should I be spending that money every month, right? So interestingly enough, and I wasn't even surprised, within a week, I'm getting in my email, oh, come back. We'll renew your account for $9.99. And I didn't respond to that. And so, like a couple days later, hey, we'll renew your account for $8.99 a month. And then the lowest they offered me was $7.99 a month. I still didn't take it because, but I continue to get several times a month uh, emails from Netflix offering me $8.99 a month. So if you're paying $18.99 a month, I'm just saying you don't have to. They will, they will within a week lower your thing down to $10 less than that. And yeah, life is expensive. So why pay for things you aren't using, right? That's all I'm saying. Right, my favorite. John Rose, hello, hello, hello. People are coming in, going out, coming in, going out. It's good to see you guys. Yes, I'm off the treadmill. I'm now like muscling up, muscling up. You are right. Which was your favorite series or movie on Netflix? When I watched them, I liked Breaking Bad. I liked Californication. I liked down, what was it called? 6 Feet Under. Um, uh, Saul. Never call Saul, or he was an offshoot of Breaking Bad. He was like the backstory of Saul the attorney. Never call Saul. Can't remember. But it was about Saul the attorney. Loved that. And then Dexter, that was a good one. They all kind of at the end, they fizzle out. They kind of lose their momentum after 5 or 6 seasons or something like that. But those were some of my favorites that I loved on Netflix. But the thing was that with Netflix, they wouldn't let me just browse everything. The algorithm always had to feed me something, and that was very frustrating. And it's the same with Prime. I have Prime, and it's the same thing. They just feed me because when I go and like this last weekend, I was at my mother's house, and she has Prime. And she was scrolling. We were sitting around on Saturday night, like, let's watch a movie. Both agreed, let's watch a comedy movie or something like that. And she starts scrolling through her feed on Prime, and it's completely different stuff than I had no idea they had a lot of the stuff that because she looks at different stuff than I have. So it's the algorithm, and it sort of eliminates a person's ability to really choose, what do you want to see? What do you want to see? Do who you have to know which actors are actually the name of the movie you want to see. But if you don't even know the movie exists, I don't know what this actress's latest movie is because I didn't even know she did a new movie. And I have to remember the names of all the actresses that I want to see. I don't know. It's just hard. I wish we could just browse. It's like, a dark side, a dark side of me, Joel. There's codes you can put on Netflix in the search bar to find a certain genre. I know you can put in, like, because I would put in like 80s movies, 1980s movies. And then I would get like some cool suggestions. Um, but I wish it was like, remember back in the days when you could go to Blockbuster and just wander around the store and see everything that was available. And I know now we have a bazillion more choices. I understand that. But I wish I could just go and put in comedy, for instance, or drama, and it would give me everything that was out there. I didn't have to know that it has Julia Roberts in it, or I mean, that would be nice. That would be nice. I would like that. Right, John Rose? Hi, John Rose, your buck. Here to here to Abraham. Madame, I would like to attend and be with you during the training. Okie dokie, come on in. We're just doing a little post treadmill arm weights. This is to build. I I'm not gonna do the squat things today. I could do the squat things. I did those yesterday. I don't know. Me too, Joel says. Blockbuster was cool because other families picking out videos on Friday. Yes, right? Exactly. Should I do squats? I don't know. It made my butt hurt yesterday. Okay, let's give it. We'll turn the camera this way for a minute and I will do it a little bit. And I know it's delightful. And my lady downstairs hates me because here's what I was doing yesterday. I go like this, and then I go like this. And, and this, I think it was what was making my legs hurt because I can't really hold the legs for very long. That's hard. And to be doing like the arm weights at the same time, and then I try to go lower. Oh, it's like, oh my gosh, that's hard. That's hard. I don't think I'm in good enough shape to go really low. I have to go kind of medium. I don't know. What do you think? But this is hard for me. For me, this is hard. And I'm trying to keep my back straight, right? Oh, but the lower I go with my legs, this is a burn. Oh God, I can't do that. Okay, so there's that. I can't. I need to be in better shape to be doing like those leg burns like that. I tell you, just squatting like that, and I didn't even squat very low. But holding that for what did I do? 30 seconds? Not even probably a whole minute. And that's hard for me. You guys might be stronger than while you squat as your legs are crossing further your toes. Not sure what that means. Hold on. Wow, my love, I feel okay. Working girl 20. Ooh, ooh. Try. I'm trying. I'm Ibrahim from Algeria. Thank you, ma'am. You will be my coach. Well, I am in no position to be anyone's coach. Sounds like you're a bottom. Hmm, you think? Uh, you think, Joel? What the heck? Something got deleted there. Lucas, up and down. Yes. That was fancy thinking, up and down, boo boo, bouncy boobs, boo hoo. Ah, Doggy down. Careful. Careful, Joel. You'll find out if I'm a bottom or a top. So, Abraham, okay, heart, Joel. Very careful there. Very careful. You push me, baby, and you will find out. Are you that's a wrong conversation. We shouldn't even go down that path. What are we doing? There's like no one here. Why am I doing this nonsense? It's Tuesday. Tuesdays are notoriously very quiet times on YouTube for lives. I don't know, because people are whatever. It's okay. It's all right. I would sometimes work out at the hotels half an hour on the treadmill and about 40 minutes on the machine. What kind of machine after the treadmill? That's good. Beware of woman scorn. I'm not a scorned woman, but yeah, good point though. Beware of a woman scorned. 100%. Yeah, why not? I wouldn't. You motivate me to work out. Well, I think if that's the case, that's good, David. I think we all need to be playing, right? Yes, as a matter of fact, Joel, never underestimate. Never underestimate what you don't really know. You would be surprised. You would be. What kind of a cuckoo person puts themselves on the internet if they don't know kind of the basics? I know I seem innocent, don't I? I seem the free weight machine, the one with the police. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's good, 2800. Planking is good. Ooh, planking's hard. Planking's hard. It's like when I do those squat with my legs, I can only it's not, I mean, it's an old lady squat, right? It's the version of a squat that I can do. And if I go down too far, I can only do it for like a couple of seconds and then I have to, it's like, well, I just showed you, right? I mean, anyways, Joel, I understand. Huh, good boy. Close of a rock. Hi. Sticks Buster. Hi. Hi there. How are you? I don't know whether I should keep going or should I? I don't know what I should do. It's too hot to put on, I don't know, put on a dress. Those dresses are hot though. I feel like changing my clothes would be interesting, but it it's pretty hot for me, and I'm a bit of a wimp when it comes to like I don't like to be uncomfortable. So there is that. Lots of women work out during their YouTube lives. Many not wearing a lot. Yeah, I know that. I've seen them. Joel, you got good boy. That's right. Yeah, I know there's women, a lot of women who work out on YouTube, and I'm gonna put these down. Uh, kind of my hands are hot and I'm hot and I want to just enjoy the fan for a minute. I think I've I think I've done enough for today. I don't have to I don't have to be perfect, do I? Stay comfortable. Thank you, Joel. You already said to please be respectful. Yes. Yes. Well, everyone needs to be respectful. I don't I don't tolerate a lot, but I think I am amused. Here's the difference. It's like tolerate And then also, I can distance myself from the nonsense that, there are days when a lot of people come through and they're just like putting all kinds of they're like keyboard warriors and they're putting all the garbage in there. And sometimes for me, I can look at that and it's just amusing. It's just funny AF. It's just funny. It's like, how do you come up with this stuff, people? You practice very well. You perform well. You're very cute. Well, thank you. You're drink plenty of water. Yes, yes, I am. I'm drinking. I am. And I take electrolytes because I eat a very low diet it's not a keto diet, but it's a very clean diet. I eat very low carbs, like practically no sugar and no processed foods. So I do have to supplement my electrolytes. She checked me very nicely. We all need boundaries. Yes, Joel. And I'm such a good DOM and such a good I take very good care of my people is if you understand, you understand. I take very good care of my people. That's what I'm saying. Do you get hit on as much as you do and you need to, as compared to in public? No, not at all. Absolutely not. Abs- that's the thing. I live in San Diego, where it is beautiful people everywhere. When I was in my 20s and 30s, absolutely get hit on all the time. Sure, I mean hit on, but you get looked at, you can feel the looks, you can get all kinds of comments. I am now a 6-year-old woman, so I am surrounded by beautiful 20, 30, 40-year-old women with toned, fit bodies, and they walk around with bikini tops, and they are just young and beautiful. And that trumps everything else. Age, we kind of get put in a different category, which is it's a little bit similar to YouTube when I get the people that come on and they go, "Oh, you look really good for your age." It's like that's exactly how it is in real life. It's like eh, a man in my age group might stare at me or look at me or smile at me, but the general public, no. No, 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 no. I'm just an older woman. We become irrelevant at some age, which is weird. Not me. I don't like the fake and materialistic. Right. Chatting. How are you? How are you? How are you? But no substance are in those puppies. I think I lost what you were talking about, Joel. But no substance are in those puppies. What are we talking about, puppies? I think I'm missing uh your reference there. I would look at you and smile at you and then tell you, "Oh, thank you, 2000." Well, if you are in my age group, and that's the best way I can kind of describe it, right? Because it really is people like if I were to go to the grocery store, which like there are big grocery stores, or like a Vons or Ralph's or Stater Brothers or something like that. And there are people of all ages in the store, right? The young people, they don't even see me. They see right through me because I'm old, right? Well, I'm older. Don't worry, you don't need to tell me I'm not old. I understand. Chatty and I would love to date you. Thank you. Young ladies. The young okay, I get what you're saying, Joel. I now I understand what you're saying. So what your comment was, but no substance are in those puppies. Oh, the young puppies, the young ones. I'm sure some of them do, but it's just a different generation, right? I have no problem with that. I have children, and they're all in that younger generation, girls and boys, my kids, girls and boys. So it's like, I get it. I get it. It's a generational thing. I would look at my mother and be like, "Ugh, mother, 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 why are you behaving this way?" Of course they have, yeah, my kids, I embarrass them, and that's all there is to it. Open your legs, baby. Oh, you need to not say something like that again. You POS. Somebody take care of Cultivo Rock because open your legs, baby is probably number one on something I won't tolerate. Okay, I'm gonna do it then. Dude, time out for 24 hours. You can come back when you behave nicer. Don't ever talk to me that way. Mm, ever, ever, ever. I don't have kids. How far did you walk on the treadmill? Tomcat, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Um, I'm not sure how far, but I did 40 minutes. So, I do more for time. I try to keep a pace that is raising my heartbeat and making me sweat a little and breathe a little. And then I try to keep it up for 40 minutes, you know. And then I was doing this. I know, Tomcat, you should be my trainer because you are a gym teacher. You know about physiology and all this. So I did that for about 20 minutes after that. So, and I did some like squats with my legs. So that's what I did. AT. Sorry, I missed it. I was doing my payroll. Oh, sorry, I missed it. I wanted to do that. Dang it. Do what? Do what? Do what? You were here, David. What? When I did the squats? Yeah, I mean, people have been coming and going. It's been like a low crowd. It's a Tuesday. It's a Taco Tuesday. People are like kind of doing their thing. You are correct. I'm correct about you would be a good uh training support because if yeah, I remember correctly, the gym, right? So you know about physiology. Do you have a degree in kinesiology? Was that required for your occupation, or I'm not even sure? Let's play dodgeball. Well, Tomcat would have to be in charge of that. Chatty and tank top season. It is because it's hot. And I got the fan on me. I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank God for the fan. I would be melting. Time out that dude. Oh, I did. I did. Oh, he was gross. I don't need that. See, I am really, I was just explaining how I'm really, really tolerant of like most things. But when somebody's saying like, spread your legs, I'm like, Jesus, eh, you know, have a little discretion. I know I'm here and I know that people will look at me, but don't say stuff like that. Yes, you do. Tomcat, kinesiology is my major. Well, that's kind of, I think that's what people who wind up teaching uh PE, physical education, right, is kinesiology. That's pretty good. That's, for those of you that don't know, well, Tomcat can explain it. It's about body movement and how to do it, what it does for the body, and, how to do things without hurting yourself. A piece of advice for you, dear lady, instead of explaining situations, don't forget training and exercise. Well, Abraham, I love advice from strangers. It warms my heart. Thank you. Vulgar, right? Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that, Joel. I just don't need it. Go, Tom. Yay. Yay. No, kinesiology is, and I think in this day and age where, and I think Tom Cat, you work with, is it high school age or junior high school age? Something. He works. I think it's school age, right? And I think young people today really need to embrace working out because I think there is a big discrepancy from when I grew up, anyways. I'm not saying it's better or worse, but we didn't have the technology. So we were not sitting around. We were just told to go outside, you know? And if somebody had a ball, we'd be kicking a ball. We'd be doing something. We had roller skates and we were doing all kinds of stuff. A PE teacher, yeah, physical education teacher. Yeah. See, that's cool. That's really cool. What is kinesiology? The study of the human body and muscles. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it is. And often to become, I think, Tomcat, correct me if I'm wrong, to become a teacher in physical education, firstly, you have to get a teaching degree, and then you need to study kinesiology, which is about body movement and the muscles and stuff. Yeah. You look like my mother, Abraham. Well, yes, K through 12. Oh, so you do the gamut. My man. That's cool. And that was after your Navy career. How long were you in the Navy? Before that, Cultivo Rock said hi. Didn't I time you out? Were you the one I timed out? I'm not. 2800, this newer generation is horrible. Well, Cultivo Rock, if you are not the person I timed out, I'm confused now. The newer generation. Some of them are horrible. Um, I can't really dog them all because my kids are all in their 20s. So, and I don't think they're horrible. So, I think some of them, just like every generation, there are some crappy people. And then there are some medium people, and then there are some decent people, right? And then there's the good ones. Just saying, they're not all horrible. I think it's just like if you get older, you look back and you go, ah, the kids today. Yes, you're correct, Prelay. Thank you, Tomcat. I'm assuming you're talking about the kinesiology and the if I'm studying Cha-Cha's human body and muscles, am I a kinesiologist? No, no, that makes you a voyeur. I don't know, Tomcat can correct me if I'm wrong, but Cultivo Rock for you, okay, 2800. I was a union instructor and I would teach apprentices, and it was a challenge. A union instructor, um, in what subject? Like instructor in what kind of subject? And your crutch. You son of a, you are the one that I timed out. Where did you go? Okay. Okay. There we go. I think I timed that person out in a better way. I think you're not wrong. Me or okay. I don't know, me or David. Not sure. But good, 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 good. Uh awesome. Whew. Oof. That's all I'm saying. I feel like I got a good workout today. Was it totally horrible that I did the treadmill? And should I not do the treadmill on the line? I don't know. Even if you say don't do it, I may still do it. Just because it really is like I only have so much time between work and when I get home. And like I said, I'm on a second floor, so I can't do the treadmill at 9 or 10. I can't even do it. It wouldn't be polite to my neighbor downstairs for me to do it after like 7. And it's 7 right now. And I finished about, I don't know, 45 minutes ago. But I would rather do it during the daylight because if she's trying to watch TV or go to sleep or something, I don't want her to hear this. I'm sure she can hear it. So I probably will do more of those. You'll get used to it. I'll get better at it. Just saying, I'll get better at it. What are you sipping on? It's water. The roof. Oh, the roofers union. I would teach them how to flat roof. Pretty much the basics. Even they wouldn't shower for class, and they would complain why I would have to do that. Why can't I be a foreman? I think being a teacher would be hard. Chatty and back to work for me. Have a great night. See you next time. Chatty and thank you for coming by. I love you, my friend. You going back to work, yeah? Okay. Well, thanks for coming in. It was great to have you here. And I will see you next time, my friend. Joel, it's dopamine, the treadmill. Yeah, for sure. Um, it 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 definitely elevates my mood. Um, it just moving the body, it just feels good. Yeah. And when, because I go to work during the day and then I want to come home and eat, at some point I will try, maybe on a weekend or something. I could do the treadmill like live in the morning and but see that's I yeah, there's complications. I'm thinking about different options of things I can do. That's what I'm saying. Jason Stillwell. How's it going today? It's good. It's good, Jason. Thank you. I was on the treadmill for 40 minutes, getting my exercise, and then I was lifting weights for about 20 or 25 minutes, just trying to exercise. What was for dinner this evening? I have not made dinner yet, Tomcat, but I think what I'm going to do, because I don't I don't eat really I eat very low carbs, no like practically no sugar and no processed food, which is similar to a keto, but I'm not trying to put my body into ketosis. I'm just trying to eat really clean, which I've been doing for about a year. And it is good. I feel better and I eat a lot more protein and I get a lot more electrolytes and because I supplement my electrolytes. But Tomcat, for dinner, probably tonight I will scramble eggs because I want the protein and I love scrambled eggs. And then if I think I have an avocado that's ready to go. And if I don't eat it tonight, it'll be overripe by tomorrow. So I put the avocado on the scrambled eggs and I kind of eat it together with some pepper on it. It's really good. It's one of my favorite meals actually, because it's high in protein, it's high in fat and high in fiber. So I love doing that. I love doing that. I would kill for a home cooked meal. I wish I could cook. My dinners consist of Walmart. Joel, excellent. Yes. You didn't look like you got a sweat going when you were working. I did. My t-shirt is wet. I wasn't like dripping wet, but my whole body God. And it's hot. I'm wearing long, these things go almost down. They go past my knees. So yeah, there's like you probably see there's like I don't know if you can see there's like sweat. Maybe you just can't see the sweat. It shows you are what you eat. I Oh, me? Well, I try to eat. I try to, you know what? But I'm 62. That's why I say I got my woman. I got my woman right here in the middle. It's like, it's not probably going to go away. Come on, cha-cha. Cha-cha it up and do an omelet. Well, it's kind of like an omelet because it's scrambled eggs and they're kind of runny and there's avocado in there. I'm not eating tomatoes right now. Um, I don't have any like bell peppers. I love bell peppers, like green, yellow, and red. Love them all, but I don't have any. I need to go to the store actually. So maybe tomorrow I'll go to the store and like get some other stuff. But I do eat a lot of eggs. Oh, Tomcat, I love eggs. Yep. I have probably 2 dozen eggs in there. I eat eggs all the time, and when I cook them, I usually eat 4 at a time, and I know that's a lot. I know it's a lot, but I want the protein, and I also have, um, protein meal, plant-based protein meal powder that I eat in the morning. I put it in water and protein. And then I have other shake things that are just, and each one of those are like 20 grams of protein. So there we go. It's important to get my protein. It actually makes me feel better when I eat lots and lots of protein. I imagine this sweat, love it. Sheesh, I sweat so much when I work out. Um, but see, I also had a fan like right in front of me, and I turned it towards me when I was on the treadmill. So I had a fan right on me while I was doing it. Eggs Benedict on cornbread. Ooh, that sounds really good. I'm not eating cornbread these days. That's like carbs. And at the moment, yeah, it is excellent protein at 100%. 100% good protein. I love to cook. Oh, 2800, come and cook for me. I used to have chickens and their eggs were way better than this one. I used to have chickens too and they were awesome. They were really, really good. Um, and it was when my kids were little, and my son realized that the chickens out in our backyard, they loved. There was certain plants that snails would be in, and the chickens, if we plucked a snail off the plant that the snails love to be on and like threw it on the grass, the chickens loved to eat the snails. So one of my sons and I one day, God, it was a learning moment, I'll say. We plucked a whole bunch of, and we had 3 chickens, so we didn't have a ton of chickens. We had 3. We plucked all of these snails off of this plant that they love to live in, like deep down, and we're like pulling all the snails. Like it's fine to get rid of them anyways. They eat the plant. So, and we like threw them in the chicken coop, like all of these snails, and the chickens just ate them up. Just loved it, loved it. Look, it was like they love mealworms too, but I gave them all these snails, and we were like, "Ha ha ha! That's great. We're correcting the snail problem, and we're feeding our chickens." Well, learning moment for the next like 3 days, the eggs that they laid were so nasty and stinky and gross. So no more snails to the chickens because it goes through them and it goes into what they produce. And so we learned no. we'll just let them forage in the grass and we'll give them mealworms and the regular chicken feed and stuff, but no more snails. It was nasty. It was nasty. Their eggs just stunk. Don't don't give your chickens snails. I went to the store yesterday, bought 2 things of red meat, pork chops, some chicken breast, and some salmon. I'm a big meat eater. Ooh, good for you. That's a lot of protein. David, that's really good. I love to cook. My biggest enjoyment is watching the other person smile when they move. Oh, you loved. Oh, I would love that. I had 20 chickens and 4 ducks and 4 roosters. Wow. Wow, you had a farm going on. That's awesome. 2,800, that's awesome. Chickens love mice also. Really? Chickens going after mice? I I I can't say that I know yes or no on that, but that's interesting. Yes. Okay. I where we were living, I don't know that we had like a lot of mice. I had this in the backyard where we were living. I had this coop made, and in the middle, okay, it was like in the middle, and there were like roosting places where the chickens could lay, right? I had 3 because we had 3 chickens, right? And they could jump down and go down a little ramp, and then they were in this little run outside. And then we often would let open them and let them run around the yard too when we were there to supervise, because there are birds and there are things that'll come after chickens. And on the other side, we had a little house and then there was a little run area and we had 2 Himalayan rabbits. You're a vegetarian. No, no, no. Are you talking to me? I am not a vegetarian. Nope, I'm a meat eater. I was saying I eat eggs. I love fish all day long. I witnessed this in PA country mice. Huh. Well, that's interesting, Joel. I just didn't know that. I know chickens are pretty durable creatures. I just never knew that they would go after mice or mice would go after chicken or it's more like cats will go after mice, right? But I didn't know the chickens would go after mice. That's interesting. Do you eat potatoes? Not currently because they're very high in carbs and I love potatoes. Don't get me wrong. I will eat of the holidays like Christmas and Thanksgiving. I ate the full meal that we had. But as a day-to-day rule for the last year, I've been eating very low carbs. Carbs are anything like bread or actually a lot of uh, sugar. And I cut out sugar too, which means a lot of like fruit is just solid sugar. And then processed foods. I don't do processed foods. I mean, I'll do a little bit now and then, but just on a day-to-day basis. I'm not doing it. I had to get cats to get the mice, right? 2,800, yes, tacos. Tomcat, do you remember the Rockford? Yes, yes. You guys want to go down the road of like TV shows? Rockford Files. They had a great intro song, didn't they? He was awesome. James, Jim, Jim Rockford. I love my bread. I love bread too, 100%. David, I guess carbs turn into sugar. Why are they bad? Um, it's not that they're bad. Um, it's just a moderation thing for me. It's just like keep it down to a dull, dull, dull roar. Just because I feel healthier when I don't eat as much carbs and as much sugar. Not that I don't break the rule. I mean, I absolutely 100% break the rule and I will eat when I want to eat. I just try to keep it on a day-to-day basis. Like on a regular basis when I'm just going to work and doing my routine, it's very easy for me to eliminate those things. So then on the weekend, if I'm out with family or friends or doing something and they want to go to a restaurant and I want to eat something on the menu, anyways, um, yeah, carbs do turn into sugar. Fresh fruit is the natural sugar. Yeah. And I eat berries, but in moderation, you know, I do I do like fruit. Fresh fruit is a good sugar. Yes, yes. I'm trying to lose weight myself because being a guy and a roofer's hard when you climb a ladder. I understand that because I've gained weight and lost weight and gained weight and lost weight throughout my life. And so that's why it's harder as I've gotten older to like lose weight. If I've gained weight, it's become much, much harder to lose weight. So um I just try to keep a regular uh uh meal plan or diet or whatever you want to call it. I just try to keep it low in sugar and carbs and processed foods, you know. Cha-cha, I miss some good sourdough bread. I love sourdough bread, Joel. I love all bread. In fact, this last weekend I had a piece of wheat toast with my mother when we had breakfast. She made scrambled eggs with spinach in it. It was really, really good. And then she had toast, wheat toast with butter on it. And it sat there and it sat there, and she kept sort of pushing the little toast plate towards me at the table. She was like, "You can have just one." And I did. At the end of the day, I did. I used to weigh 315, lowest I got was 225, and now I weigh 260. How tall are you? 2,800. Are you just a big build guy? Some people are just built big. I mean, clearly I am 5'5" and I weigh 130 pounds. But, you can see here, I've got a midsection. It's like, okay, this is just me though. And that I did not have when I was younger. That came as I got through my 40s and into my 50s. It all just sort of accumulated in the middle. And I'm like, well, apparently that's a thing. The more I've like research I've done on it, that's kind of a thing for both men and women that, everything as we get older starts just sitting in the middle, which is, we got to be careful of that because you don't want like too much around your organs. That's where all your important organs are, your liver and your kidneys and your pancreas and all that. What do you eat for breakfast and lunch during the week? Um, Usually in the morning I'll have decaf coffee, and then I often will have a protein meal shake. And if I go to work, I usually do not eat lunch, and then I'll eat dinner. So I don't need 3 meals. I don't need 3 meals a day. A good thing, oopsie, a good thing to remember, don't live to eat, eat to live. Exactly, Tomcat. That's that's like the mentality I try to go with, is like, only if I'm hungry. If I'm not actually hungry, that's why for me, eating 3 meals a day is too much. I don't, because I'm not hungry. I can do my protein meal thing in the morning, and I'm fine. I'm fine until the evening. Sometimes if I get hungry, I can go down the street from work and there's a store, and I can grab something. But yeah, I love sourdough. Oh, I love it. Is good probiotic. Joel, ha, perfect. I'm 2,800. I'm 5'9", broad shoulder. The joke I used to say is I'm in shape. Round is in shape. That's funny, 2000. That is funny. But you know what? We all have our own shapes, and it's just how do you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel like it hurts, to go upstairs? Uh, do you hurt when you get out of bed in the morning? We all kind of hurt a little bit when we get out of bed in the morning. But, if you don't feel good, then that's when I think people need to make a change. I love oatmeal for breakfast. Oh, I used to do oatmeal. I used to do grape nuts. Remember grape nuts? Are underneath this exterior is the body of a Greek god. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2800. You are a Greek god. That is correcto. Oatmeal every morning. I think it's supposed to be really good for you. And it's supposed to be like heart healthy. I think. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on television. I heard eating 6 small, healthy meals a day is better than only like 2 bigger meals a day as long as you're exercising. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to kind of figure out what eating plan is best for them, right? For some people, I think just eating little meals throughout the day is the way to do it because it controls their stuff. When I do the way I eat, and because it works for me, because I need a little something in the morning. And when I do the protein thing, the protein gives me, not saying anyone else, just me, gives me a little energy boost. And that will hold me. And then I'm stay busy as I can during the day. And then, in the evening, then I will relax and kind of reward myself with a meal. That's the way I look at it. I'm a construction worker, everything hurts 20. Love yourself, everybody. That's right. Stone cut oats. I've heard that those are really good. Yes, the stone cut oats. Agree with you. Yeah. Arnold ate like 20,000 calories a day. Well, Arnold was a beast and he probably burned, you know, 30,000 calories a day. No idea. And comparing ourselves to other people is never a good idea. In my opinion, it's not a good idea to compare ourselves to other people. I just eat breakfast and then dinner. Yeah, that's kind of the way I am too. Sometimes I don't even eat breakfast. I'll just, but it's like you got to do what feels right, right? I mean, Arnold the pig on. Okay. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Now I'm starting to get thirsty from that exercise. Like I want the liquid replenishment, the water, right? I know, funny. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. David, you made it funny. Oh gosh, guys, how are you guys doing? Are you guys getting tired? Are we gonna hang out a bit longer? Should we hang out, or are we gonna be tired? I work 70 hours a week. Holy cow, 2,800. Really? That's nuts. That's a lot. That's a lot. Holy moly moly. Wish you would show your tattoos more. Oh, I enjoyed chatting with you. Thank you, 2,800. I enjoyed chatting with you guys too. You guys are like really chill. I like I like the vibe. It's just relaxed and it's like we're all sitting around the room and just chilling out and talking. Um, yeah, David. I do have two tattoos, but um they're not like in like a place where usually somebody will see them. Uh, so there's that. I am gonna take a scoshy break and go to the little girls' loo. So you guys talk amongst yourselves once you're on your back. I ain't seen it. At 20, yeah, I know. You're right. You're right. I'm gonna be right back, okay? See, I can't see anything without my glasses on. Okay. Okay. Is it just us still? I know. It's probably just us. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Shh, here she comes. What have you been up? What have you people been up to? I have about 20 tattoos, my hands, legs, arms, chest. Cool. Very cool. Wally G. Hi, Wally G. Always a pleasure to see you too, my friend. Jason, I have zero tattoos, but I do have degenerative arthritis in the lower spine and a bruised kidney. Oh no. Oh no. Um, is the degenerative arthritis in the lower spine, is that from something that like your like work or something, or is it just genetic? I mean, it's not my business, quite honestly. You don't have to answer me. Joel, I have only one tat. Nobody should say only, only, only. Hey, nobody needs to have tattoos. Once you get one, then it goes down from that. Well, 2800, I 100% understand what you're saying. Totally understand. Because once you get one, it gets kind of like, ooh, ooh. It's kind of an addictive thing. That's the way I look at it. And yeah, I definitely see how people get caught up in it because it's like, oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. You know, it's really tattoos are fun. It's exciting. It's a rush. It's painful AF. I will tell you that. I have two. One is very small. The other one is quite large. And the one that is very small was back when it was back in the 80s. I got it. You had to go to downtown San Diego because there weren't tattoo shops all around like there are now. Now they're on every darn little community street. They're everywhere. But back in the 80s, you had to go downtown, and the only people back then who had tattoos were either military people or bikers. And I know that's a stereotype, but back in the 80s, that was true. That was truly true. Or maybe people that had been in prison, I guess. But now, yes, Joel, it's become art. Now it's turned into it's since the 80s, it has evolved big time and it is for sure. The doctor says I have a cyst on my liver, and I told him all I know where that's from. You have a cyst on your liver? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Joel, when it was a stab wound. What? Wait, I am behind on the conversation, you guys. I know you guys are talking to each other. Sports injuries and a real bad car accident where I was smacked in the back. Somehow just missed getting pushed into it. Oh, good grief, Jason. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But I'm I'm glad you survived all that. But I can tell you degenerative arthritis in the lower back. I know a little bit about that because of the work that I'm in. But I don't know a lot about it. I'm not in medical, but I work in an office and I know I have learned about a lot of injuries and such, and that's horribly painful. I'm so sorry to hear that. Joel, true. Dang, Jason. Yeah, that's horribly painful, and that's heavy, man. That's funny. That's funny. And then 2800 pops in there. Well, that's funny. Wait, which conversation are we at? We kind of bounce around between these conversations, and it's like, wow, wait a minute, which conversation is this? Because mine were done from people that got out of jail or bikers. Oh, okay, we're back to tattoos. Yeah, like my first one, which was uh, back in the 80s, I'm gonna think around 1986. I was, or 87, and it's very small, and it was put on a place in my body that even if I wore a bikini, it would be covered. Just gonna say that. I was very discreet about it. I knew my mother would have a cow, and that's what we used to say in the 80s. Oh, she'd have a cow if she knew I had a tattoo. Um, and then I got a second tattoo but not until 2018. I actually went that whole time without getting an additional tattoo because it is tempting. And then it became, but then it became in the last, what, 15, 20 years. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been pretty recently that it's become the thing. Like all the kids are doing it. All the kids are doing it. Everyone's got tattoos and sleeves and, all the stuff. And I know a lot of people that have got, because in San Diego, a lot, people walk around in tank tops and shorts, and so you see a lot of bodies just walking around, going to the grocery store, just going anywhere, and you see a lot of tattoos. And people have all kinds of reasons for getting tattoos. Some people just get them on the whim, on a whim. It's like, oh, I think this is fun. But then other people, a lot of military people, I'll say that we have a huge military community in San Diego. And I believe that a lot of the military people do it for many, many reasons, and reasons you wouldn't really even you probably couldn't even guess the kinds of reasons why they get. Joel, a butterfly. On me, were you sober when you got your tattoos? Um, when I got the little one, we had a couple of beers because I did it with my best friend. We got the same tattoo. It was like a little bonding thing, and next to the tattoo parlor, there was a little hole-in-the-wall bar, and we went in there first and had a few drinks, and then we went and I got my little tattoo. The big one, oh, yeah, it was planned for a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks beforehand. I met with the tattoo artist, and, yeah, they don't nowadays, tattoo artists with any, like, salt, they they won't tattoo drunk people. They really won't. And so when I got my second tattoo, which is a larger tattoo, yeah, I absolutely was sober. And it took from 2 in the afternoon until about 9 at night. It was one session, which I learned now I should have broken it down into 2 sessions. So, but yeah, sober, yes, 100% for that one. I mean, I might have been better off because the pain was, when you're doing it for like 7, 8 hours, the pain gets to be so intense, um, that you you're, like, looking it's like, "Give me some Advil, give me" they were offering me everything, they're like, "Do you" every time I needed to take a break and get up, but the pain becomes so bad. I remember thinking about 6 to 7 hours into this thing, and I had just been laying it's on my back, and I was lying on like, it's like a table, like, that you would get a massage on, right? Just a padded kind of a table, right? And you're just lying there holding still while this painful thing is happening. And after 6 or 7 hours, I remember thinking to myself, I think if I threw up, maybe I would feel better. And I remember that was going through my head, and I'm like, "Why would I wanna go do that? I haven't had anything to eat. I haven't done anything." But that's how much pain I was in, And, when you've got a stomach ache and you know that, like, if you went and got sick, you would feel better, right? So I kind of equate it to that. I was in so much pain and my body was processing all this pain. And all I could think was maybe if I just went to the bathroom and got sick, made myself get sick, even though I had eaten nothing, maybe that will lessen the pain. And I think about it now and I'm like, that's a crazy thought. But in the moment, when you're getting that much pain, and I'm not used to that kind of pain. So just saying, just saying, just saying, just saying, just saying. That was my experience with it. I don't need to do it again. That's all I'm saying. I don't need to do it again. It was a thing. Uh, a ladybug on my toe. A rose. No, it's not a rose. There are flowers though. The one on your back looks like a cherry blossom. Yes. Actually, you're right, 2800. Um, it is cherry blossom. There's a branch that goes across the top of my back and then down the side, and it's a cherry blossom. Yes. I wanted something that was pretty. I wanted something that was pretty. So there you go. I remember, don't get a tattoo because then you can't get a job. 2800. Correct, 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 correct. Okay, and that's why I waited until 2018 because I was, let's see, how many years ago was that? That was 9 years ago. So I was like 52 or 53, right? And at that point, I knew it's not going to affect, it's not going to affect my work career, you know? And also, it's still in a place. I know you can see it when I have a tank top. It's on my back. And I know you can see it, but for the most part, my hands, my arms, my neck, my face, I can wear shorts. Both of my tattoos are on my backside. And if I choose to just wear a regular t-shirt, you can't see any of it. I mean, I still lived with the policy of like, well, if I want to cover it, I can keep it easily covered up. If I want it to show, I can choose my clothing for it to show, or them. Well, no, one of them you'll never see, but for the flowers to show. But I'm a firm believer that young people, I think a lot of young people made mistakes with tattooing the neck. Oh, the neck is, oh, good God. The neck tattoos are just bad choice. If you're young, don't do. I know there's no one young in here because there's only like three people in here. But neck tattoo, bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. Or other tattoos on the body, unless you already know what your career is and you know that it isn't going to impact it because it can. And I heard a young man tell me a few years ago, and he had gotten a sleeve tattoo down to about here. His legs were all tatted up, and he was like 24, 25 years old. And I was like, oh dear, are you not concerned about, and then other stuff is like his whole body is like tatted up. I'm like, you're so dumb. Are you not concerned that you might be judged when you're trying to get a job? And his response to that was, well, if the company doesn't like the way I am, then I don't want to work for them anyways. And I was like, okay, we never thought that when we were 20 years old. I know that. I still to this day was discreet, you know, 8 or 9 years ago when I got that. I was still discreet about it because people will judge. You will always be judged. Always, 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 always. People will always judge you. So I remember don't get a tattoo because then you can't get a job. Right, right. That's where that whole like rambling on went from is like where the placement of your tattoo, the placement. Be careful where you put it because you will be judged no matter what. Even if you think, well, I don't want to work for a company that's going to judge me for my tattoos. Well, dude, you're limiting your options. And that's all there is to it. You're just limiting your options, and that's just dumb. It's just dumb. Like the Hellraiser pain is instant. Oh, I was way behind in the chat. I'm so sorry. Uh, if you want pretty, check out the. Oh, you're so sweet. I'm at the Japanese art. That's all I can tell. Well, it's the cherry blossoms, right? Um, the guys from. In fact, when I told you before I got the big tattoo on my back, I had met with the tattoo artist a couple of times and we had discussed it and planned it out. That's what's, you said, oh, were you so booming? You got, oh, 100%, because it was this thing that was planned out and talked about. And because she wanted to draw up a sketch and because I wanted it to be unique and I told her what I wanted and she designed it specifically for me. I don't know if she's ever used it again. It was at the time a original. I don't know if she's ever put it on anyone else's back. It's not like I own the copyright to it. She drew the art and she put it on me. At the time it was an original. I am the if she ever did it again, I was the first one that she did it on. Oh, Joel, you're very sweet, Joel. Check out the mirror. He's very kind, very sweet. The guys from Chicago in my neighborhood used to tell us not to get tattoos past your arm or hands or neck because then they'll never get a job and people will never respect you. Yeah, it's not that. I mean, I understand that. I completely do. Because it's as much as people want to believe, oh, well, everyone has tattoos now. And that's the problem is like every, say it again, everyone has tattoos now. It's not, you weren't special anymore for having a tattoo. That's why the way I did mine and what I chose is very different than what I've ever seen before. But yeah, I mean, because people will judge straight up. People are always going to judge you, even if it isn't fair or it isn't right, right? But it still happens. There's a lot of shite that happens in life that isn't fair. No, it's not fair. No, people shouldn't judge you, but they will. It's still going to happen. And I impress that one on my kids hardcore. None of my kids have tattoos that I know of. They would tell me. I know that sounds like a dorky mom thing, but my kids kind of confess a lot of weird stuff to me that I'm like, wow, I never would have told my parents that. But um, I don't think either one of my kids, they've both the girls both. I'm more worried about the girls really, and then there's the boys, right? Um, but they've all dated people who have a lot of tattoos, which is interesting. Now that I think about it, I didn't think about that until just this moment. I'm like, man, all of my kids, none of them have visible tattoos. that I know of or that I've ever seen, and they've all dated people who have visible tattoos. Like kind of extreme. Some of the people that they've dated have had pretty extreme tattooing, which, I have no problem with that. But it's interesting. It's interesting. Cherry blossoms every year in DC, another great festival. Oh, I didn't know about that, Joel. I still laugh at the M&M on Honey Cheeks. Is it wow or mom? The M&M on honey. What are honey cheeks? What am I missing here? I'm not getting that. I don't understand. No judgments. Yeah, I know. They'll judge you in the working world. Yeah, 20, 100%. That's what, um, that's what I tried to imprint on my kids. And even when I got my big tattoo, and I've showed it to them and I made it very clear, I waited until I was 53 to do this. I wanted to make sure that my career, I wasn't going to go into politics. I wasn't going I mean, I wasn't, but it wasn't going to be anything that would impact. I'm not doing a big old sleeve. I'm not getting it all on my legs. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting big thing here. I'm not, I'm just, it's still something. Seriously, I can wear a little a t-shirt and you don't see. You don't see it. It's like it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I mean, in a tank top, yeah, because the back is open. But they will judge you. In the working world, yes, 2000. Gosh, my 92-year-old mom judges everyone. Yep, my 92-year-old mom, David, we have that in common. My 92-year-old mother, very judgmental. But the world, think about this though. I always try to give my 92-year-old mother some grace because she's been on the world and your mother's been on the world for almost 100 years. Think about that. And think about how much the world has changed in 100 years and what they have seen life back in. My mother was born in what? So your mother would have been like born in 1933 or something. Got it. Right. No rings say. I know, Sune. Uh, I am not wearing any rings and I'm not wearing a necklace. I'm not. And I'm wearing exercise clothes because earlier I was on my treadmill and then I was lifting weights. I was exercising. So no, no rings today. But um what's tomorrow is Wednesday. Maybe tomorrow I will. Took a long time for my father to come around. Oh, about the about your tattoos, yeah. My mom, who is 92, same as David's mom, um, I was wearing a tank top at her house one time and I had my hair tied up so then she could see it. And she was like, but, she decided I think she's getting to the point where she cares less because of her age. She's starting to see that life is just life. She was always a really extremely judgmental person. Took a long time for the company. Yeah. Amen. David. Wow. Yeah, 1933. Yeah, I think that was the year my mother was born because this year she will turn in November. She will turn 93. Actually, when I was with her over the weekend, it's hard. It's hard. Um, she made a comment. Oh, and she's feeling very sad because her very best friend, since she was a kid, passed away and they were the same age, passed away in January. Um, and they used to FaceTime every day. So she said, she's got other friends and we all go visit. I go to visit her at least once a month. It's 3 hours away, so it's not like I can visit her every week. I would she's asked me to come and live with her, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that because I would have to give up my job here. I would have to move away from my children. And the truth is she's 92 and she knows that. I mean, obviously she knows that. And she this weekend even made some comment about, she was talking very realistically about stuff around her house. She's like, well, you're gonna have to sell this, you're gonna have to sell that and get rid of that. I'm like, Mom, we don't need to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. She's like, well, I'm not gonna be here. I gotta be here like in 4 years. I'm like, what do you mean you're not gonna be here in 4 years? How do you know you're not gonna be here in 4 years? But yeah, it was one of those conversations that was like she was getting very real about her mortality. Like almost all of her friends that she grew up with in her age group, like they're all gone. And it's like her. And then she made friends. She said, well, I intentionally made friends younger than I am. She's 92. She made friends that are like in their 70s. She's like, on purpose, because I'm sick of my friends dying. Like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's a thing. But her mother lived to 95. And she used to say, well, the thing is that like my mother's starting to say these things more and more. Yeah, great life. Absolutely. I, I know. It's, it's, our parents getting older is a thing, but I'm not going to go down that path any further. I'm not doing it either, not moving in with my mom. Sorry. How is her faith? Um, I mean, is she a religious person? We actually talked about that too. She's a spiritual person. And the thing is that my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, is a preacher. So we've got it built into the family. We've got it if we want it, all over the place. Her faith is good. I mean, she believes she's she's not without a spiritual essence in her life. She definitely believes in a higher power. So that's a good thing. My mom even comes up with things like there's people knocking my door late at night. We know that's not. Oh yeah, my mom hasn't had that, but she gets forgetful and she repeats herself and she doesn't remember things. And she told me when I was there this weekend that, and she kind of confesses things to me. And I am like, it's okay, Mom, it's okay. She told me that in the last couple weeks, there was a night that she was washing dishes or something before she was going to go to bed. And putting things away. And then she got a little dog and she and the dog went to bed. And when she came out in the morning, she had left the kitchen faucet running all night. She didn't turn the kitchen faucet off after she was doing the dishes. So the water was running all night long. So there's that kind of forgetfulness. I mean, it's not hurting anything, but I'm sure the water bill is going to be a hoot nanny this month. My brother will have a cow. I'm at her door. Right? Yes, I mean knocking at her door. The other my mother's story is like, yeah, she doesn't hear people knocking at the door, but she leaves the faucet on accidentally And then in the morning when she came out and she saw it on, she's like, "What?" She realized what she had done, but she can't hear very well, so she didn't like, when she left the kitchen the night before, she didn't hear the water running, and she didn't think, I mean, whatever, it happened, what do you do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? There's gonna be a huge water bill, and it, it's like, okay, my brother pays the bills, so lovely grandma, Joel 1014. That makes me think of the TV show Emerging again. I'm gonna have to call that person back shortly. It was one of my kiddos. David, wow. What? Yeah, like leaving the water on all night. I know. That's just it. My mom leaves the dang stove and she get, oh damn, see, that's scary. Leaving the water on is absolutely not good. But it's not like dangerous, like leaving the stove on. That's scary. And I think if that ever happened, like if she confesses other things too. Like, um, well, my brother catches a lot of it because he does her finances. Um, but she signs up for things and gives her credit card number to people, and there've been a lot of things that she's like, her judgment isn't good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Jason still, that's one of the degrees I'm schooled for, religious studies, so I'm going to the scholarly route. But I did deliver messages from the pulpit before. Oh, good for you, Jason. That's excellent. That's good for you. If you like, the thing about that is that you have, no matter how religious or whatever you are, you have to be comfortable like doing that public speaking thing, right? Because that's a huge part of it. My sister-in-law, she's totally comfortable with it. But that's huge. That's huge. Her father was also a pastor. So, reverend, a reverend. You and I are in the same boat. So glad I met you to share mom stories. I know. I know. And it's, there's the good and the bad of it. It's, of course, there's the bad and the sad because um love mom. She's going through the circle of life, you know. Dominic, I sent you an email. Did you read it? When did you send it, Dominic? If you sent it, like, when did you send me an email? I don't look at my emails every day because I really don't get on that particular email. I don't get much. Yesterday, um, I may not have looked at my email yet. So, if it was yesterday, I may not have looked yet. I don't look at it very often, but I will take a look when I'm finished with the live tonight. I will. I will. It's life, Joel. Yes, yes, it certainly is. It certainly is life. Yeah, Jason, the funny thing is I started delivering messages from Masonic Jewish synagogue after watching The Exorcist. Oh, good grief. Oh my word. Really? Ay, 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 ay. Happy Tuesday evening. Happy Tuesday evening. Hello, how are you? How are you? How are you? Ay, ay, ay. I am starting to get thirsty and maybe a little bit hungry. So maybe we will wind it down. I'm fine. Good, who spell? Happy to have you here. Although, um, I'm starting to think I may want some dinner because it's getting I know, I just took a sip, thank you. Because I was a little while ago, I was on the treadmill, and then I was lifting weights, and so now I'm kinda sucking down my water, and I'm a little bit starting to get a little hungry, so, yeah, I was sending you emails, but you never responded much, so um, yeah, it's better to maybe go to one of my shorts or one of my videos, and I'll try to respond. It's not, get a snack. Yep, I know I need to get a snack for sure. I'm not trying to be avoidant. Um, I know like, if you comment, at least right now, I'm able to get back to comments on my videos, like the short videos. I see those notifications every day, and I do my very best to respond. And I know, David, you have communicated with me through the shorts, right? And we communicate okay that way. So, um, okay, we hope you have a great evening. Thank you, Joel. Smooth. Yes, you do shorts, but when will you do a skirt? No short shorts. Short videos, silly boy. But when will you do a skirt? Well, I up until last Friday, for like 2 weeks before that, I was wearing a dress every day. So it wasn't a skirt, but it's a full dress. Maybe tomorrow I will wear a dress just for something different, right? I could do my treadmill in a dress. Oh, it'd be too hot though. I could have changed after the treadmill and then put on a dress. There's that, right? There's always that. Okay, you guys, I love you. I love you very much. Thank you for hanging out with me and being my friends. You guys sleep well, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.